through the dark side of the morning.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to our Let's Play here on Ark Aberration. Now, as you can see, we're over by our industrial forge area. Steak has gone ahead and built us pretty much just a metal box at the moment, which is going to be our new workshop area. His base is just up there behind us on the cliff, and we are actually standing on the head of Consuela, our spy node that is fully imprinted to us from our last episode. Now, I did venture down into the red cave and I got a load more red gems because we need them to craft all the stuff and things that we need to sort of progress forward. But in the process, I took out one of the Queen Reaver things that dropped the pheromone glands or something, and I don't know, there's some sort of work through that you get pregnant via or something like that, but I'll probably venture into that another day. We are super overweight, which is how comes we are running very slowly. But today we actually want to start work, or in my case carry on work on our sort of greenhouse that I'm starting to build, or I'm trying to build. Now, I have no idea if the greenhouse effect is going to work within the cave itself, but we are going to figure that out together. Now, I've already whacked down a couple of the cliff platforms, so give me 1 second. Yeah, so today we're going to be working on the greenhouse. Sorry about that little break. I actually had someone knocking on my door. Another parcel delivery. Considering it's Christmas time, I have about 6 or 7 of them each day, and it gets quite frustrating having to stop recording when that happens. Because it's either that or I have a long lull where you hear my dog barking in the background and me dealing with the mailman. But moving onwards, today we're actually joined with a different shoulder buddy. If we can have a look, let's just back up a bit. Yeah, we've got the gecko on our shoulder today, and that is not good. Let's we're probably going to die or pass out from that because I'm not sure if I've got any aqua mushrooms on me. Actually, I have. Let's just munch a load of them, get rid of that effect. Thank you. This is how comes I brought the hazmat gear with me, because this area is littered with them stupid things. Not the greatest start, but yeah. Now, our cliff platform is literally just down here. So, what we really want to be able to do is sort of do one of them jobbies. And I think I'm climbing down without any of my actual resources on me. Oh, don't do that. Come on. You can do it, guy. I'm sure you can. I've seen you do it before. Stop climbing down. There we go. That's it. So, what have we got? We've got our greenhouse ceilings, greenhouse walls, metal foundations. We want our stone pillars, a few stone dinosaur gateways, because I'm fairly sure I'm going to misplace some of them. Can we move? We can, but can we climb down with all of this gear on us? Nope, inventory is too heavy to climb. So what we want to do is actually get rid of, let's say, half of these pillars don't need to be on us. Say half them walls can just be stuck there for a second. No, thank you. That's very kind, nice. If we just hop on down here, the fall damage shouldn't really hurt us too much if we did fall down. Now, obviously, I still got to figure out a way of building back up, which is how comes I built a few more cliff platforms. I'm going to hopefully sort of daisy chain it along, but this took me quite a while to line the 2 platforms that I've got here up. It's very dangerous actually. Let me just go back up here for 1 quick second. Climbing picks. I did bring some spare ones just in case, and then you've got to make sure that you equip the spare ones. So switch tools, switch back. Because if they break and I drop down in the water, I haven't got a mount with me, and it's all bad news down there. So if we just do this. Now I did test it out with just the stone walls to make sure they are lined up correctly, and it does, so we can probably get rid of these stone walls because I don't want them to actually be there. Thank you very much. And let's get some greenhouse walls. Don't need our GPS on our hotbar, so come on. Did that get rid of the stone foundations that I had there as well? I think it did. Oh no, it didn't. It's just... do these not snap to stone foundations? Is that now just a thing? What can we do about that? What have we got in our inventory to be able to craft? We are going to be short on thatch, obviously, because why wouldn't we be? Okay, well, I think I had no idea that the greenhouse glass couldn't snap onto the foundation, so what I'm going to actually have to do is begin these all off with just the basic stone walls. And yeah, you're going to have to give me a sec to craft some of them up, and I'll be right back. Alright then guys, now I've actually just come back down from up top, and I've crafted us up some stone walls to place back where we just took them down, because why won't we do that? We don't want it that way, we want it to go this way, and they should line up. Now on top of here, surely we should... seriously? How is that not a foundation support? May have to rethink this entire design then. If we put... you say there, then say you there. Okay, there we go. Well, we want pillars there anyway, but I've got to make sure that they snap correctly in the other places as well. So we have a wall, say there, a wall there, wall there, and a wall there. We're going to need these pillars to snap at either side. We don't need glow sticks on us right this second. So one there, hopefully one there. And then we should be able to do the same for this corner. And then obviously the pillars will go up in the corners. It should be fine. Got one there and come on. There you go, that's the snap point. Not the greatest lining up there, but I'm fairly sure that it will do. Probably going to have to put a fence foundation just there. But now we can actually put some greenhouse windows up, which is the main thing that we wanted to do. And that should just reach the top to there. And then we want these pillars to come all the way up just to there. Now the main thing that I'm wondering is that if the greenhouse windows are going to have any effect on a crop plot down here. And I've got a really bad feeling that it's not. Because the crop plot's not connected to a foundation support. I'm fairly sure really, earthquake now. I'm fairly sure that if the, if there was an actual foundation down here, that it may have an effect. But yeah, I don't think them being there is going to have any effect, like greenhouse wise. Really? This earthquake's doing my nutting already. No fertilizer, yeah, I know that. Can you, seriously, I can't. Stupid earthquakes, always at the wrong times. Okay, so how else can I do this? To be honest with you, I'm not too worried about the greenhouse effect, because once the crops grow we're not going to need an awful lot of them. But I think the greenhouse windows look pretty decent there, and if we carry these guys on this side, we want to make sure that it's not sticking up too much, so hopefully that looks alright from the top. And then we want to whack these guys just up there. Same for here. And then you, and you. Where are the pillars? No. You, and you. And then let me see what I can do about this. We've got like no more materials on us to build that bit. Awesome. So, is that facing the right way? Or is that the right way? Which way are you facing, guys? This way. Thank you. Thank you. And then obviously the pillars will be going up in the middle, which we're going to need to be able to place the greenhouse glass. This side I actually want to have a dino gate. So where is that? Really? What is with that snap point there? It's snapping all over the gaff because we've got the stone fence foundations. And in reality we really don't want it snapping, like at all. We just want to be able to free place this. So if we get rid of them, we may actually have to get rid of that one as well, just for the time being. And because this is hopefully going to be our way up and down. Because obviously having to come down using the climbing picks isn't the most convenient ways. If we get that to line up just with that. Now obviously I've made the platform above just tall enough to reach the stone dinosaur gateway, which is the same as that one over there. And this is going to be the tricky bit because somehow we are going to have to try to elevate this. Now I've got some metal foundations which I was hoping would just snap randomly into the wall, but that just doesn't look like it's going to be a thing. Now, how far in does it have to be able to snap? It has to be pretty far in, doesn't it? And we actually have to actually, no, that's fine. The doors can just look like they're flush with the floor. It's fine. I'm just winging this as it is at the moment, as you can probably tell. We need this to be about halfway. So if we go, say, there, and then hopefully we'll be able to get one in on this side as well, which we can. That's fine. Then we want, I've got some, I did have some sloped greenhouse ceilings, but I think they may still actually be up top, which is going to be wearing out my picks quite a lot doing this, going up and down. Let me build some more pillars and let me make a little bit of progress and a little bit more finagling about with this. I'm probably going to have to make some metal ramps as well, just to come down to this bit here, just so it sort of blends in. But if we whack a door on that just to see how it works out, like it's still flush with it and you can still open and close the doors, which will be perfectly fine. Now I wanted the metal instead of the stone coming in and out because I want the pathways to actually be the greenhouse glass, which probably might not be the wisest of choices considering that dinos can just fall from up top and the greenhouse glass is broken very easily. A little bit annoyed that there's no greenhouse effect on this, but hey ho, that's how it goes. I'm going to make a little bit more progress and then I'll bring you back, guys. Alright then guys, I've been tinkering around and this is what I've come up with so far. Now we're going to be pumping the water from directly below us, but at the moment it is just all kinds of badness down there. So before I finish running the piping down there, I'm actually going to have to take the Spino and go and clear that area out. Now unfortunately we're not going to be getting the greenhouse effect on any of these, but our crop growth speed is I think at about 4 times the usual rate. And considering that it's very rare that we will be using the crops all that much, apart from making the sweet vegetable cakes to feed the snails, we will very rarely actually be using them. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 crop plots there, which will be the 4 different crop types, and then probably 1 here and 1 here, which will probably be the plant species Z. Now, I've been tinkering around with this a lot, and for the life of me, I can't get any sort of angled pieces to snap anywhere along here. Like, I was trying to use the corner pieces and I placed them and demolished them about 10 times. I've got the sloped glass ceilings, and yeah, they don't want to snap upwards, like, in any way whatsoever. Like, they will snap halfway through a foundation for some random reason. I have no idea, Ark mechanics I guess. But yeah, they just don't want to snap. So what I was thinking about doing is just creating like a little platform. Because we're not going to need to get any big dinos or anything down here, it's literally just, we can sort this out with like the zip lines. Now I've already done a zip line just up to the top there, so I could get the Ravager up and down, rather than wearing out my pickaxes each time. So if we place a couple more ceilings, say there, and 1 just there. Now what I'm hoping to be able to do is probably get a door square on here. I've sort of run out of materials to be making the pillars out of, so we're sort of just winging it at this point. Oh, I should have placed this beforehand, shouldn't I? Because now it's going to be sitting above, and I've just wasted 4 glass ceilings. Let me at least try to get the materials back for these. Well, 50% of the materials at least. And you. And you. And then we'll get rid of you. And then we'll get rid of you. I was initially just planning on just having a doorway here, but I couldn't see any vantage point of getting a zip line to and from. Maybe up there, because you've got a natural zip line that goes across. So, do you reckon... I've only got 1 zip line left on me, and I don't think they're going to snap to this at all. And so I think we may actually need to put like a metal foundation down, which we definitely haven't got on us at the moment. So let me grab a few more bits and pieces, make a little bit more progress, and I'll bring you back again. Alright then guys, now here comes the fun bit. We're actually going to have to clear out the area below because we've got to run a pillar down to the base for somewhere to shoot the zip line to. I'm thinking... let's see if we can get an angle on it. Yeah, there's loads of stuff. Each time I was like trying to build downwards using the grappling hooks, they were just following me everywhere. You've got like a bunch of sarcos and some crabs and all sorts of badness running around down there. Now Spinos take a ton of damage, like full damage. So yeah, you just had to stop for a little bit on there. You just hop off before you hit the ground. And then we can go clear this area just down here. Come on then, let's go. Metrodons. There were 2 crabs that was hopping about. Got 1 that's over there. That's just a Diplocalus skin. He's fine. Now, do you reckon I can just do it from here? Let's see. We need you on our hotbar. Apparently not. Let's get rid of that. Climb up a little bit. And we do 1 of them. Yep, this is the new building mechanic, thank God. I remember on Ragnarok trying to do this sort of thing using the RG and Quetzals and whatnot. And yeah, it was a lot more difficult. So I'm hoping that they actually... I'm hoping that they bring the climbing hooks over. If we get an incline pipe, can we have it going the other way, please? No, I said the other way. Really, you're going to snap every which way but the way that I want you to snap. Oh, that's just awesome. Yeah, actually, if we do one of them straight into the head of the Spino, just back him up a little bit. So try to just stay on the head, so if anything comes to attack us, it will attack the Spino first. Now we have another incline pipe going in, and then we should have an intake, which come on, get up. Should be able to. Is that connected? I'm just going to assume that it is. I really want to get rid of that random bit of pipe. The bit that's just hanging low. Wow, that trilobite is climbing the wall. Can we not do this? Is this not a thing that we can do? Okay. And we get the menu. There we go. We then demolish that. Hopefully that should mean that we've got running water going up there. Let's hop back onto you. So, not the greatest looking pipe, but at least it will probably guarantee that there's water running up. Now, we also need to run a metal pillar running down from that point over here, just to a point where it actually hits something. So then it counts as a foundation support. So can we do this from here? Oh yes we can. And great, awesome. That was clearly where it was. There we go. Just gonna assume that was right. There we go. Just back up a bit. Okay, snap into all the other pillars. Yep, that's fine. Come on. We just needed to get to the ground. Back up. Come on. There we go. Is there anything bad in the area that's going to eat me? I think we are relatively safe. So, do one of them. And one of them. That should now count as a foundation support. Fingers crossed. Somewhere to fire and anchor our zip line to. And now I just have to find my way back up. So yeah, I'll meet you when I'm back up there. Alright then guys, made quite a bit more progress now. I've just got to back a few more pillars, make a few more of the greenhouse walls to back up. Now obviously no greenhouse effect unfortunately, but that happens. Now all of them are irrigated, our water pipes are all now running water, which is absolutely fantastic, so we don't have to deal with the grief down there anymore. I've done a couple of the metal ramps leading to this bit out here. Got some metal railings with some greenhouse ceilings just to walk on. Now what my plan is, and what I'm hoping to do, is to be able to get a zip line on this metal pillar here and set up a metal pillar up at the end of that zip line, the natural one that cuts across. So we're going to give that a go and let's just see how well it goes. Just hop there. Now if you're getting annoyed with the view of the hazmat stuff, I do apologise, but around this area it's better than me having to chow down half a ton of the blue mushrooms every single time I walk into a patch of them, because there's two massive patches right here, as you can see, with all the sparkles coming up now. Without the hazmat suit we'd be getting the freezing and the torpor effect, so yeah, we don't want that. It may be a little bit of a convoluted way of having to get to the greenhouse each time. But we could probably set up like another platform over this way. Hopefully there's no megalosauruses over here, because otherwise it's just going to be a very bad day for me. Let's have a quick look. We look relatively okay. And there's another like natural zip line that goes over there. Get out of here. Thank you. So we want to be able to get from here, and really, earthquake now. Out of all the times that I could do without this, it's right this second. I'm going to wait for this earthquake to pass, because trying to place stuff and build while it's going on, just, yeah, it's not going to happen. So, sorry about the very quick cut, but back in a sec. Okay guys, earthquake's done and dusted. We can actually attempt to do something now. Now, where is it? God, such a dodgy angle, isn't it? No idea if it's going to be able to reach all the way over there or not. But we might as well give it a go. So we've got a couple of these metal pillars. Let's say place these guys just on the edge, so then it can be overlooking it. Now we've got one zip line on us. Whether this is going to work or not is anyone's guess. But we really would like it if it did. It's like, okay. I had it there for a second, but we definitely want it further up. So it's just not going to let me see from this angle, is it? We come over from here. It will let me fire on top, but clearly we don't want that. I think that bit may just be out of range. We can fire it up there, which is great, awesome. Let me cancel that, and let's see if we can do it the reverse way. We like hop back onto here. That is not what I wanted. Why are you doing that? Okay, for some reason he's barking at the zip line instead of jumping on it. Thank you. No, yeah, I think it's going to be just out of range, which is really annoying. Thank you. The other way, and awesome. Just what we wanted. Come on, get out of the water. Oh, it's just not going well for me today, is it? So I've fallen down here about 3 or 4 times. I even fell down here on foot and managed to get back in one piece, which isn't too bad. You've got a rock drake just over there on our left. Oh, come on. Really? Jump over the rock, will ya? Yeah, so it's not too hard to get back up. Head over to here. Now beforehand, that would have taken me about 45 minutes just to find my way back up, but it's happened a few times now and I'm a little bit used to it. More than I care to admit. Now, if we hop down here, we fire one, bang into the top section there, and try to pinpoint. Oh my, it's just not going to happen that far away, is it? Uh, hmm. I'm in a bit of a quandary now, guys. Now, what else can we possibly do? Hmm. Okay, guys, you're gonna have to give me a minute or two to think about what to do here because, yeah, that's just not gonna cut it across. So I guess I will be back again in a minute. And we're back, guys. Now, this is probably about a good 2 or 3 days later. We've made quite a bit of progress over here. I actually went off and tamed off another roll rat purposely for this area. I brought down one of our spare dodies down here for gathering rock. I've left trade off down here for a little bit of protection. Inside here, we have actually, well, I've gone ahead and started whacking a load of the cages. I'm fairly sure that a name was the spawn because I dropped down here without my light on. Yeah, so we've got a bunch of smithies, a bunch of chests all going. This thing should actually... Oh, it's got no more battery charge apparently. I did start refilling them and I did actually recharge a load of them to see how long they would last in the fridge, which I've also whacked down there. And I done this yesterday about the same time as it is right now. So you probably need a good 6 or 7 of them to last at least 24 hours. Which isn't that great, I guess, but we'll probably end up switching out to a normal power Jenny and running it off of that. Now, I've got 10 cages here ready for snails to be put in, because we've finally got all of the infrastructure down this way, and Dung Beetle, you ain't going anywhere, so... The amount of times that he sort of tried to beeline it for a doorway is on wonder. But yeah, we're in the process of trying to get snails at the moment. Obviously, taming them's a little bit hard because you need a permanent shoulder buddy on, and once you tame a snail, you can't pick it up with a shoulder buddy on down here. So at the surface, I've actually tamed up another Paracepherium purposely for coming down here. So I'll show you that back in a sec. I've got my full hazmat gear on. I've just not got my I've got different skin on the helmet, the glowy eyes one, as you can see. But I'll show you the greenhouse and how it looks all now, without hopefully falling off into this water, which I've managed to do many times already. Slide on down here. You've got to make sure that you don't hit the wall and that you actually jump off at the right time. There we go. Now, I am in the process of creating a better way in and out, as you can see over there. But here we've got our plants all growing now, so we've got our 4 different crop types. We've got 2 plant species C in the middle, which looks wicked. And then we've got the 2 beehives up and running now. They've both got rare flowers in, they're both producing honey. Which means we've got pretty much all the foundations and the infrastructure down this side now to start creating tasty cakes for the snails. And then that way we just start building out of metal, because gathering metal here is a hell of a lot easier than gathering wood, thatch and stone, especially if the snails are creating cementing paste. Now this is where I've started to build a bridge out towards that way. Now Steak has abandoned his platform base idea up there. He's leaving the platforms up there. We're probably just going to use that for breeding up the shoulder buddies. It's very safe up there and you don't get the nameless spawning. And he's actually gone off and started building in that direction now. So we're going to bridge this all the way over and just do a little ramp sort of thing down that side. Also want to split off over to that side and have another cliff platform. Now I was hoping to get most of that done before this sort of cut, but I wanted to show you the greenhouse is all fully up and running now. Obviously we're not getting the greenhouse effect from the plants, and I'm not too sure if you would get the greenhouse effect even if they were connected to the same foundation support that was the rock blocks were sitting on. But yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, but I still wanted to go with the greenhouse walls because I think that they do actually signify this area as being a greenhouse, and on the outside it all lines up pretty nicely, as you can see. But I actually want to hop down there on a spino. Yeah, so that's pretty much all the greenhouse. done, dusted, up and running, and I'll probably carry on with that bridge off camera, and by our next episode we should hopefully have that bridge complete and the next platform ready to go. But as I was building it, I got quite sidetracked because the holiday event has just come out, and with the holiday event having just come out, they've actually there's a weird thing. It's like between 12 and 5 in the morning of your Ark days. Hopefully there's no Megalosauruses around here, otherwise I'm going to have a bad day. Yeah, between 12 and 5 in the morning on your Ark days, you get like a little buff. I think it's like a luck boost sort of thing whenever you pick up the drops. So you're guaranteed to like get better items in your drops depending on what your drop rates are and what type of loot crate that you go for. And they've also added some Christmas items in. But also I've noticed that after clearing out the area, I ended up being on to about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning last night because the holiday event had just gone active. They've started to add proper just insanely coloured dinos, like Christmas sort of coloured dinos. So I'm going to take you over to the base place, our old base place, and oh, lag spike coming out of the cave. And I'll meet you back over there and show you what I found so far. So, see you back in a sec. Alright guys, now that we're back at base, I thought I'd show off the Spino first of all. We've managed to find one of the party hats from the Christmas drops. Now the Christmas drops happen between 12 and 5 in the morning Ark time. You'll get a message come up saying go open some presents, and you'll get like a buff in the bottom right hand corner, which is like a luck buff, which is I'm assuming it is. Now when that happens, obviously it will increase the rarity in the drops that you get from the loot supplies, or loot crates, or crate drops, whatever it is you call them. And I managed to find the party hat in one. I also managed to find the chili pepper head mask skin, which I'm very happy about. I had no idea this was even a thing in the game, but yeah, extremely happy about that. Also, I've been clearing out the area every now and again. Oh, let me get out of orbital camp. I've been clearing out the area because the new spawns, they're spawning absolutely insanely coloured dinos. Now, they're sticking with the Christmas theme, obviously. And with that comes the green and red scorpions, which I found they're quite rare spawns. But yeah, I managed to find this guy who was only a low level, so it took very quick to tame. But at night time with no light about, the way he shines looks wicked. There's a moss shop around here, which I actually spent quite a bit of time getting the stuff needed to tame him. You wanted like, first of all it was just giant bee honey, which wasn't an issue, we've got the beehives there. But then he wanted cooked mutton chops or something like that. It took me a few minutes to go find that, but if you look at the way he sort of like glows, can we get rid of our HUD to see that properly, please? Thank you. Yeah, the way he sort of glows, he's got the sort of Rastafarian sort of colour scheme, so it's like yellow at the base, then red, then green, and the spots line up perfectly where he glows. And when I saw him, I thought, just have to have him. So I actually went to the trouble in taming him. Perfect time for an earthquake, of course. Let's get our HUD back up, just so we can see what's what. Okay, now with the Christmas hats actually drop off of otters and the bulb dogs. They wear them. There's a few of them that spawn with them. As you can see, if you tame them with the Christmas hat on, you get the Christmas hat skin. You just take it off a cloth hat. And then if you have a look over here, we've actually managed to get quite a few of them already, and that was just the Christmas event only went live last night. I ended up being on to about 1:30 in the morning, running around and seeing what you get from the drops and whatnot. I got Dreadlocks head hairstyle consumable, so if I didn't have already unlocked it, then I guess I would have been able to unlock it by consuming that, which is also a good thing. So I'm assuming that there's different hairstyles and different emotes and stuff that you can unlock from them. But for today, I think that's going to do it for me. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. If you haven't, it's your first time to the channel, please consider subscribing for future Ark content. And hopefully you all have a very good Christmas. And how comes I can't get into orbital camera? Because we're under the ground, we don't want to be there. Yeah. Hopefully you all have a very good Christmas, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next one. Bye bye.